Yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy, OJ the Juice. And I know it's been a while, but your boy's back with another video. But today it's going to be a little quick deck profile video. Nothing major, but this is one of my favorite decks. So, yeah. This is basically, it's my version of Link Joker's, not Link Joker, but if y'all remember V Reigns, I think that was the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh arc, V Reigns, or Reigns, however you want to pronounce it, but that was the most recent one that I watched. They could have made another one after that, I'm not sure, don't quote me, but that's the last one I personally watched, and it was fucking good. Story was pretty fucking good, and they introduced a lot of new archetypes to the game. But this one was probably my first favorite. My second was Salamangreat. That was pretty fucking good. So we're gonna get right into it. I named this Soldiers from the Storm, the same as if you was opening up the secret pack in the game. That's what I call it. The same thing, because I couldn't think of nothing else, but it fits. So I wrote some notes, so I won't be just winging it. As you can see, my deck maintains 45 cards. If you looked at my previous videos, a lot of my videos had a deck of 60, and I always said having 60 cards in your deck can definitely bite you on the ass, yo. Because when you need to pluck that card that you need to build that like strategy, it's gonna be hard to build that strategy with 60 fucking cards. You get straight to the point, the bread and butter of your deck within the first 10 cards. If you have a deck of 40, 45, I'm doing 45 because I want to have extras of certain cards to pull my strategy together right away. As you can see, like for example, the Stack Reviver. I have 2 of those, but when you look at his effect, it says if this card is used as material for Link Summon, you can target one other level 4 or lower Cyburst monster in your graveyard. That was used as material for that Link Summon. So let's say, for example, I do this combo right here. Use him, Stack Reviver, I summon him, and then I bring out my backup secretary. My bad. Her effect is if you control a Cyburst monster, you can special summon her from your hand. Boom. Instantly I have 2 Cyburst monsters. Right there, I'm gonna bring out my boy Cold Talker. Or, I would have to go with Cold Talker since it's 2 of them. I wouldn't use it on Talkback Lancer. But you do it with Cold Talker, then when it comes down to Stack Reviver's effect, it would be level 4 or lower. Backup Secretary is a level 3 monster. So that means I could bring her back from the grave because she was used as material for that Link Summon, which then gives me level 2 Link monster plus another Cyburst monster on the field, which then, boom, you can bring out one of your level 3s. And that can happen literally on your first draw. Like, I know y'all seen a lot of videos and y'all played a lot of people that fucking get out cards that's just dumb super strong within their first turn. But come to find out, a lot of these motherfuckers been cheating. And then, based off what I read on our little notification things that tell us what's going on in the game for updates, events, and shit like that. Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers been cheating. Like, come on, like, what? I don't understand what people gain from cheating, but I digress. That's none of my business. I've probably ran into a few of them motherfuckers. Alright, so, hold on. Because like I said, I wrote some shit, boy. I took some time out. But as we know, this deck is basically the Cold Talkers. One of my favorites. A lot of people love this deck archetype. And it's from Cyberse Link Monsters, used by Yusaku. I suck at pronouncing names, so don't be mad. Which is Playmaker. Everybody know him by Playmaker. I know him by Playmaker. His real name doesn't matter. But anyway, the appearance of the Code Talkers, they resemble warrior-like cybernetic humanoids, whose armor is colored after their corresponding attribute. They also wield different weapons, their bodies underneath armor. Ooh. You want to know another deck? After reading some of my notes, I might create an AI deck. But anyway, basically, I want to talk about the playstyle. Right? Each member of this archetype has link arrows that aid their effects, regardless of being in the extra or main monster zone, and are capable with co-link related effects. Through link arrows, they share power-up effects that can apply to either themselves or ally monsters. Again, I didn't give a good detail of it, but the backup soldier, or backup secretary, and what is my boy name? Stack Reviver. That combo alone gets you a level 3 Code Talker right off the gate, if used properly. But this is like more like a support type of deck. Yeah, it's not probably gonna compete with a lot of the metas, but me, I could be competitive. I have a competitive deck, but also I play this game for fun. I like to have fun. You feel me? Like if I wanted to be serious, I could easily turn up the gear and get serious, but I want to have fun. And this is a deck where using this deck, I'm having fun. I'm trying to have fun. You feel me? Alright, so but this deck typically requires a near pure Cyberse deck to function well. My deck is purely Cyberse. There's no other type of monster card in this deck other than Cyberse, I think, except for even he's my Clock Wyvern. Even he's in Cyberse. Like I said, I only fuck with the Cyberse in this deck. That's how this deck function. Remember that. If you want to make this deck, keep it strictly Cyberse. Don't add in something unless it's like a what's that card that everybody like to use? That Max C shit. You can add that. Alright, where was I? Due to the raw number of Cyberse monsters and support cards, one should more carefully choose which ones to include than with other archetypes, which are typically smaller and more straightforward. This is especially true for the extra deck, which is already cramped with its 15 limited. Remember, you only get 15 fucking spots for your extra deck. And it was another, Code Talk I wanted to add to my deck, but if you go down, I wanted to add in my Cyberse Clock Dragon. Why wouldn't I? Then I want to at least have at least one Synchro summon, and then at least one Exceed summon. So yeah, those 3 spots I could have added in another 3 Code Talkers. Like my Shooting Code Talker, I could have added him. Well, Shooting Code something, I forgot his name was, but it's the one with the bow and arrow. I could have added him, but I can't because I only got fucking 15 spots. Advanced number, blah blah blah. I think I wrote too much. But anyway, some cards that you should have in this deck is Limit Code, which is an equipping trap that summons a Code Talker from the extra deck. If there are any Cyberse monsters in your graveyard, allowing for both a combo start and or extension of combos. There you go. Limit Code Talker. This is the card. This is what it looks like. Pause and read if y'all want to read the effect, but I just told you what it can do. This is one of the main cards you should have in this deck. The next card, Signet. well, Cynet Storm, which these are all the Cynet cards you should have in your deck. Cynet Fusion, which is to summon that Fusion Dragon. Cynet Mining, which is you send one card from your hand to the graveyard, add one level 4 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. That's not bad. And then Cynet Universe, which is a fill card, as you can see. All link monsters gain 300 attack. You need that. This is a link monster deck, so of course you're gonna need something like that. You can target one monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck. This card is on the field destroyed by a card effect. Send all monsters in the extra monster zone to the graveyard. Alright. All that. Microcoder and Cold Radiator. Do I have those? Because when I was doing my research, boy, y'all don't understand. I wasn't playing. I don't think I got that. But anyway, the next type of cards you should have in your deck is Microcoda and Cold Radiator. Those can be used as materials from the hand as long as a Cyberse monster is on the field. Talkback Lancer is a useful card to revive fallen cold talkers, especially late game. This is especially useful if it revives Transcode Talker, which can revive another Cold Talker consecutively. Where's my Transcode Talker? Transcode Talker. Oh, yeah, I need to know. This is what he does. I'll read it out for you. This card is co-link. It and its co-link monster gains 500 attack. Also, your opponent cannot target any of them while with this card's effect. You can target one link 3 or lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard except Transcode Talker. Special summon it to your zone. Well, that it points to. So depending on where Transcode Talker is actually at, yeah. Because if he's in that initial spot, he can basically set it right under it. Because he has top, bottom, and then the right. And then let's read up on Talkback Lancer. You contribute one other Cyberse monster, then target one Cold Talker monster in your graveyard with a different original name from this one. Special summon it to your zone this card points to, which would only be downward because he only has one link. And then you add Cynet Fusion, Cyberse Clock Dragon, and that's how you get this one right here. This is a good card to have, my personal opinion. You don't have to add it, but that's my personal opinion. You should definitely have it in your deck. Now let's read up on it. The archetype has a fair amount of synergy with Cynet Fusion and Cyberse Dragon. Once some momentum has been built, it is simple for the deck to control 2 or even 3 link 3 Cold Talkers without controlling any in the extra monster zones. Mainly thanks to Transcode Talker's effect to revive his brethren. This can potentially bring Cyberse Clock Dragon to an attack value of 10,000. It's required fusion material Clock Wavering, obviously. Being a staple for most Cyberse deck and easy to summon Clock Barto. Look up Clock Sparto, because I know I have that card, but I know it ain't in my deck. For sure. For sure I know it's not in my deck, guys. Let me see. How do I bring it up? I might just look it up. If I can't find it, I'm going to just look it up. This guy right here. Clock Spartoy. or Sparto, some shit like that. As you can see, I have it, but it's clearly not in my deck due to only having 15 spots in your extra deck. So it's like you gotta cut somebody, and I really don't know who I should cut to put him in. But this says you can add 1 Signet Fusion from your deck to your hand. If a monster is special summoned to the zone this card points to, you can target 1 level 4 lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but negate its effect. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra zone for for the rest of this turn, except fusion monsters. So, if you big on trying to get your clock wavering out, this is a good card to have. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's a very good card to have. But again, with so many limited like spots in your extra zone, it's like what way you can go. Cause this is like the bread and butter of the deck. This is like Playmaker's main card right here. So it's like, why not have him in the deck? Oops. But at the same time, you really don't need him because you have the extended version of it, which has the same effect, but it also adds in the whole point of during your battle phase, if a monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Well, yeah, each battle phase this turn. So you see what I'm saying here? So you can always take him out. But then again, that's up to you, okay? But I don't want to take too much of y'all time. I had a few more notes, but I don't know if y'all would enjoy me talking so much. You feel me? But anyway, the cards you should have in this deck, well, cards that's good for this deck: Access Code Talker, Code Talker, Decode Talker, Decode Talker Extended, Decode Talker Heat Soul. These are a lot of cards, which I'm not gonna read them all. No, I'm gonna read them all for y'all. I got y'all. Hold on. Code Talker Inverted, Encode Talker, Code Talker, Power Code Talker, Shooting Code Talker. That's the one with the bow and arrow. I wanted to have him in my deck, but again, with 15 spots, you can't really do much of nothing. Transcode Talkers. With support monsters, Code Exporter, Code Generator, Code Radiator, Microcoder. Those are good cards to have, like support cards to have in this deck. So remember that. Good support cards for this deck is Code Exporter, Code Generator, Code Radiator, Microcoder. Remember that. But your boy's out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Bitch.